Welcome back, everybody, to 7 Days to Die, Alpha 16. No, Alpha 17, sorry. It's getting late. I probably should go to bed, but I'm going to record one more episode anyway. Alpha 17 Experimental. I'm an old guy gaming, and we're going to just pick up right where we left off. So don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and get started. So what we're doing is we're working our way towards hopefully towards the drop that, ooh, nice, that landed in our second to the last episode, but we didn't have time to go get. And so, I logged out figuring, well, we'll just find it to when we get back. But then when I logged back on a few days later, the marker was gone. So we're going back to where I'm sort of guessing it, I think it might be. And, okay, let's get one of those going. And hopefully we can find it. And then after that, the plan is to go back to the hardware store, the big hardware store, and see if we can get into the back room. And in hopes of finding an iron pickaxe and or an iron axe so that we can then start harvesting some significant materials. So that's what we're about in this episode. It is, of course, day 14, so we are going to have Horde Night to deal with, but we do have a plan for that. It remains to be seen if that plan's actually going to work or not, though, but well, there's only one way we're going to find that out, so. Alright, once again we are getting surrounded by zombies. But we want to move in this direction. And the game somehow knows that, and therefore it's putting the zombies in the direction we want to go. But at least this time, we have full stamina. And pretty soon, if we don't get hurt, we will have full health. What's that? It looks like there's 4 plants down there inside of square pots. Planter pots. It's kind of strange. Let's repair this. See if we can get some honey from this stump and some more wood. We did. Alright, let's just use that right now, and hopefully that'll give us a little more health. So one good thing about Alpha 17 is you have a pretty decent chance of finding honey in stumps. Okay, good. Our health cap is back to full. And we have 4 more bandages left over, so that's a good thing. But what we want to do is move towards the red marker. Let's loot this car here. We don't need that right now. We'll just scrap it. Okay, let me get my bearings here. So I'm like way... yeah. This is where I'm kind of guessing that I think the drop is, in that general vicinity. So let's start moving that way. And of course we'll keep hitting birds' nests, branches and whatnot along the way to replenish our wood and our food and our feathers. I've made use of eggs quite a bit in this playthrough because the bird's nests seem to be really abundant, and you don't always find a critter to kill, and it still takes 5 pieces of meat to make 1 piece of cooked meat, which is the dumbest thing in the world. And yeah, I know you get more meat than you used to, but I still think it's just nuts. Because what that means is I've got 4 pieces of raw meat sitting at my base right now, and I can't do anything with it because I have to have 5 before I can cook it. So I would much prefer, you know, that they go back to... Oh shit, a bear. Yeah, we're not messing with him. That they would go back to only, you know, requiring... Well, it should only require 1. I mean, what's the logic behind 2 pieces of raw meat make 1 piece of cooked meat? That doesn't even... That's not logical. But it used to be, I think, 2. And, you know, that was at least better. Okay, I just heard him running. He didn't growl or anything. So, let's see if we can get away from them guys without running into other ones. It is actually nighttime right now, so though it doesn't look like it on my screen, it's actually pretty dark out because I got the gamma cranked way up. And I'm doing that, of course, for the sake of the video. One of you guys in the comments asked me to keep the gamma turned up, and so I'll do that. At least until we get a viable light source. And night vision is not a viable light source, we found out. Night vision actually is pathetic. Okay, so we're getting close to the area where I think the drop will be, if it's even still here. Now the other thing I was thinking of is maybe, you know, maybe it despawned, or not despawned, but disappeared when the update came out for some reason. I don't know. What I need to do though, moving forward, and I'll probably forget to do this, but I need to actually directly mark them. So that way, you know, we'll know where they are. Because where the X is, that's just a guess. You know, it could be anywhere around here or not. So yeah, if we can manage to stay alive long enough for Grim Reaper to wear off, you know, then we can take advantage of our point in Motherlode. So that's a ranger cabin there. We're still generally staying away from POIs, with the exception, of course, of the hardware store. Because they're just too hard to deal with right now. It is a little nicer traveling at night, though, because they can't see us. Alright, well, we're pretty much at the X. So this was my guess on where the drop was at. And I don't see it. So that, coupled with the fact that it disappeared from our inventory, leads me to believe that it's no longer in the world, which is very unfortunate. Because, let's see. Oh, wait. It showed up again. There it is. That's weird. It wasn't there when I logged in earlier. Okay. Well, good. Oh, and there's a deer too. Even better. Big old buck. Got a zombie near him though. Yeah, that's weird. It I can't explain that. All I know is that when I logged in after, you know, the update, it didn't show up on the compass. Where'd that buck go? There he is. Zombies all over the frickin' place. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's even get rid of that for now. We just gotta really conserve space. Got 28 pieces of meat off that guy. We'll get 4 slots back once Grim Reaper disappears. How much longer do we have on that? 4 minutes left. Okay, let's just see if we can what we can do. The problem though is we're gonna get to the crate and we're not gonna have room for anything without getting encumbered. But if we can kind of just wait it out for 4 minutes, you know, then we'll be good. That's great that it reappeared. I just don't understand why it didn't show up when I first logged in. I'm not even sure at which point it did start to show up. I just happened to look at the map and there it was. Okay, well, I'm just going to open it. Okay, we'll take that, especially since it's level 2. Nice. We'll take that for sure. Well, we'll take all of it, actually. Definitely take all of it. Okay, that was pretty good stuff. SMG does not suck. Especially since it's a level 2. We even have some bullets for it, too. Nice. Okay. That was a good find. We got 7 painkillers, 2 big first aid kits for emergencies, and a beaker. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff there. We're still going to be encumbered even after Grim Reaper wears off. So we probably better go home and drop this stuff off. And then what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll do the hardware store. And we can get rid of this and this. I'm not sure what. Oh, that was for yeah, that was for our bag that we've already recovered, so that can go away too. I think all the rest of that can stay for now. Okay, cool. So if we get into a really bad emergency, we've got 73 rounds that we can shoot out of this guy. And hopefully, eventually we'll find a some more repair kits, and then we can repair it up too. Alright, let's hop over this hill. That's a potato field, isn't it? Yes, it is. Nice. Okay. We're going to just leave that there for now. But I might actually mark it. So when the time comes for us to do a garden, we know where we can get some spuds. All right. What the hell? Burners just spawned in there in that house. So it's still dark out. We want to use that to our advantage and try and scooch around the zombies as much as possible. Though we are back to full health and full stamina now, which is a good thing. Let's not get into any fights that we don't need to get into right now. Looks like we have more potatoes. Very nice. Okay, let's scooch along here. We'll just kind of do like little short sprints without getting crazy about it and losing a bunch of stamina cap. And Grim Reaper has gone away, thank goodness. So we got all of our bag slots back, and we're only encumbered by one slot, and we should now have all of this stuff back too. So we could increase our max health. There's about 3 things that I need to get as soon as possible, and that's one of them. There's an Edgar. Let's see if we can go around him. I don't think I can make these. Yeah, you gotta have a skill for that. But we'll hang on to them for later on. Okay, it's almost morning, which is actually going to make things more dangerous for us, believe it or not, because the zombies will be able to see us better. So yeah, actually moving about at night, if you can see what you're doing. Ooh, that's a biker. It's actually safer than in the daytime. When you're on always run anyway. Okay guys, well I think this would be a good spot again for me to cut the camera. So I'm going to go home, I'm going to unload all this stuff. Excuse me, and then work my way back to the hardware store and cut some more wood for spikes. And once I'm ready to start trying to break into the back end of that store, I'll bring you guys back at that point. Alright, so I'll be back in just a little bit. Bye. Alright guys, welcome back. I am back at the hardware store, and I repaired my little spike field here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go back in here and see if we can break into the back room. So let's just poke our head in here and see if we have any sleepers in the front. We don't appear to, which is good. So it must still be in a cleared state, I guess, at least in the front. Let's see what happens when we try and break into the back here. Let's see, we want X. Let's repair this too. You can see too in the lower left hand corner that my good friend the Grim Reaper's back. I got into a scuffle with a little girl zombie of all zombies, the easiest one to kill, though she is fast. And for some reason, I couldn't run. I had stamina, I was not over encumbered, but the game wouldn't let me run, and I couldn't get away from her, and she killed me. Okay, so we've got 4 Z's back here. I don't suppose there's a snowball's chance in hell I can break open these crates without waking them up. Or maybe we can. Not stuff we need. Not stuff we need. So there's four more crates in here that could have a pick or an axe for us. So I guess what we probably should do is stir up the hornet's nest and get these bastards out of here. We could also just make things a little interesting. Soften them up a little more with some spikes. All right, here we go. Wait. Oh shit, he got around those quick. Okay. Let's kind of see if there's a way I could keep from leaving the store, so we didn't oh good, I got the kill for her. Run the risk of repops. All right. Nobody seems to have repopped out here. That's not really doing us much good there. I wonder though. He must have just jumped over the table to get around those. Big Mama running with an arrow in her head. It's funny. Soften her up a little more. We can save our spikes. Sounds like the other ones in the back are now awake. Okay. So what are you guys doing? We might as well just pick this up because they're completely avoiding it. Oh shit, here they come. Another Big Mama. Whoops, I hit the car. Keep getting these little mini lockups in the game here. Okay. Got another point, that's good. Now let's see. I think there was still one more in here in the back. Oh, just a crawler? Nice. Okay. Now, as long as we don't have repops, we're good. Free and clear. So let's get out of here as quickly as possible in case a running horde comes through. Because I can just see the game doing that to me right now. So we got 4 chances here of finding a pickaxe or an iron fire axe. At this point, I would probably... Man, we don't need a fucking shovel. Ugh. Excuse my French. At this point, I don't even remember what I was going to say now. Oh, I was going to say I think I'd prefer an axe even over a pick at this point. Nail guns are nice. Yes, they are. But that's still not something we need right now. Definitely come in handy later. Okay, repair kits are nice too, because we can do this. Okay. Guess we can read that. Well, shoot. That's very disappointing. They were supposed to have fixed the issue where you attacked after you laid something down. Of course, I guess that wasn't exactly what was happening there, but well, that's too bad. After all that struggle, we didn't get what we really needed. But it wasn't a complete bust because we got a hammer and we got a nail gun out of this entire endeavor. The rest of the stuff's not really that big of a deal. But there you go. All right. No, I don't want to scrap that. I want to repair it. Shoot. Another shovel. We really don't need another shovel. We just don't. All right. Let's scrap that. And we're going to scrap that. Well, okay. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock in the morning. And Horde Night's coming up. So let's eat some food here. Get that stamina cap back. How much more time do we have on Grim Reaper? 11 more minutes left. Okay. Well, let's see. I gotta think about this. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? It's a little bit early yet to go get up on our horde structure. I suppose what we could do is we could make some more spikes and just kind of lay the spikes around the buildings that we're going to spend Horde Night on. It's going to have minimal effectiveness, but it'll kill some of them. So maybe we'll do that. Let's move that direction. We got girl zombie here. Let's kill her. Get some more XP. Oh, that's right. We got a point too. let's whack her. Whack. I can't believe it. I'm going to die again. Okay, and there's the timer going off at the worst possible time. Come on! Hit! Good gravy. I hate the melee in this game. It used to be cool. Now it's a pain in the ass. Oh, man. Let's see if we can get a honey alpha here. We need more wood anyway. Alright, guys, so time's up. So, here, let me pause the game here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut wood. I'm going to make more spikes. And I'm going to just kind of lay some spikes around the funeral home in particular. And just kind of work on that and get ready for Horde Night. So I probably won't bring you back until right before Horde Night starts. And we'll see how we do. I mean, you know, I know that they can pull POIs down. I'm pretty sure that they could pull down the funeral home on us. But the apartment's a pretty good sized building, so we probably have a decent chance of surviving on the apartment building, especially if we start the night on the funeral home and burn a little bit of time in that building before we jump up to the apartment building. So that's kind of the plan for now. So I'm just going to, like I said, gather wood, make spikes, and you know, do some final preparations before we get started with Horde Night. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Come and hang out with us on Discord if you want to. Come and hang out with me on a live stream. I do live stream several times a week on Twitch. You can find the links to both of those places in the About section of the YouTube channel. We'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.